Hi, my name is Melissa, and I am doing a project for my FCS 450 Healthy Cooking College class. What we were asked to do is do a 5-minute cooking modification presentation where we take one a recipe and then we modify it by half, like calories, fat, sodium wise. I decided to do mac and cheese. It's a great side dish, great main dish, comfort food. So, I started off with the ladies' cheesy mac, which was Paula Dean's recipe, and I was a bit shocked at how much it was calorie-wise, among other things. For her whole dish, which serves 6 to 8 servings, there was a total of 2,840 calories for the whole entire batch. 1,365 calories of total fat and 143 grams of fats, and then 3,442 milligrams of salt. Now, if we take this and do 8 servings, it's 355 calories per serving, 170 from fat, 18 grams of fat, and 417 milligrams of salt. If we divide it into 6 servings, it's 473 calories, 227.5 from fat, 24 grams of fat, and then 574 milligrams of salt. Wow. That was a bit overwhelming. Now, the one thing that I really enjoyed was finding that her sons actually have a website where they take her recipes and then they split them in half to try to make them a little bit more healthier. Not necessarily split them in half calorie-wise, but you know what I'm saying. So I did Bobby's lighter mac and cheese, and that ended up being for I think it was 8 servings, 194 calories, and then total fat was 2 grams, saturated fat 2 grams, 3 grams of carbohydrates, and then sugars were 170 milligrams, and then sodium was 360 milligrams, and that was per serving. I made the food last Friday. First, I'll show you Paula Dean's. Sorry, this is in a Tupperware container. There's chunks of cheese and lots of fat. And then I made Bobby's version. Is it Bobby? Well, I made her son's version. And yes, it's Bobby. Made her son's version, which added breadcrumbs, which I thought was like, okay, that's going to take a little bit up of the ingredients. But he basically used multigrain elbow macaroni, reduced fat shredded cheese, low fat milk, only 2 eggs, reduced fat sour cream, and he added Dijon mustard, cayenne pepper, and breadcrumbs and olive oil, which I wasn't quite sure how that was going to taste, but it actually tasted pretty good. The only thing is that I thought it needed a little salt. Paula Dean's was actually pretty tasty, but it didn't seem like it came quite together, or if I had it in my head that there were so many calories that it was just hard for me to eat in general because I knew how much I was consuming. I actually still have all the things that I used in making, that's leaking, in making the ingredients for both. So the nutrition thing kind of set me off a little bit. One thing that I did find was that the difference between the two was 165 calories less from her son's recipe in calories, 16 grams less of fat, and then only 52 milligrams of sodium, which I find was a bit odd because I felt like Bobby's recipe needed a little bit more salt to it. It didn't have as much flavor. So when it comes to sodium, yes, it wasn't modified by half, and I don't have the calculation for the total fat calorie content, just the grams, but I'm pretty certain with all that butter that Paula Deen put in her original recipe that that would be more than 50% of the modification. In conclusion, I would make the probably Bobby's mac again. Not quite sure what to do with the sodium to make it so that it tasted a little bit better but wasn't so high in sodium. But who doesn't love cheesy mac? And the holidays are coming up, so I think I'm going to have a little bit fun with this recipe and kind of modify it so then that way it's still a little bit better, and just kind of see how the rest of my relatives like it for Christmas. And that is about it. So thanks for taking the time to listen, and if you get a chance, check it out, because Paula Deen is very popular when it comes to making recipes, and knowing that her sons take her recipes and split them in half, can be pretty helpful and tasty. Thanks for your time for watching. Have a good day.